Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something huge, moving a major AI project. Whether you're switching between cloud providers or maybe coming from on-prem, it is so much more complex than it looks. We're here to give you the playbook, the guide for a successful AI migration.
Okay, before we really get into it, just a quick heads up. This is Module 13 of a much bigger tutorial, and it's all based on a really comprehensive report by Virtualization Options LLC. What we're covering today is just general guidance. It's definitely not legal or financial advice. So please make sure you talk with your own experts before you take any action.
So you're probably thinking, come on, it's just moving some data, moving some code, right? How hard can it be? Well, with AI, it's a totally different ballgame. The complexity is, well, it's kind of staggering. And underestimating it is one of the biggest reasons these projects go off the rails. Let's dig into why.
Think about it like this. Moving a traditional app is kind of like moving apartments. Yeah, you pack up your boxes, you move, you unpack. But migrating an AI workload, that's more like transplanting a living, breathing, and incredibly sensitive ecosystem. We're not just talking about an asset transfer. It's a full-on ecosystem transplant. The timeline blows up from weeks to months. You need super specialized tools, and let's be honest, the risk of failure is just way, way higher. And believe me, the stakes are incredibly high. The report this is all based on puts it really bluntly. Underestimating this complexity is one of the main reasons AI projects completely fail during a move. That's a warning we should all take very seriously. So, to get our arms around this, we're going to walk through 5 critical phases. First, we'll really try to understand the core challenge. Then we'll talk about moving the data, transplanting the models, flipping the switch on the live service, and finally, getting through that crucial operational transition. All right, first up, let's frame this problem correctly. An AI migration is not a simple lift and shift. You can't just copy and paste your work. You have to rebuild, revalidate, and reintegrate this deeply interconnected system from the ground up. So where does the journey begin? Well, it almost always starts with the biggest, most physical hurdle, the data itself. AI workloads are pretty much defined by these massive data sets, and moving them is, well, it's like trying to move a mountain. Let's just put a number out there to get started. 100 terabytes. That's actually a pretty common size for just a single AI dataset. And yeah, it sounds like a lot because it is. Now, let's say you have a really fast, dedicated 10 gigabit per second network connection. Even with that, just transferring the data is going to take you about 24 hours of nonstop work. And for the petabyte scale projects that we're starting to see more and more, we're talking weeks, maybe even months over a standard connection. So this really leaves you with 2 main paths. First, you can set up a dedicated network connection for a sort of slow and steady data sync. The second option, which is for those giant petabyte scale data sets, is to literally ship your data on a physical hardware appliance. No joke. It can be a lot faster, but it basically turns your data migration into a massive logistics operation. Okay, so once you've figured out how to move that mountain of data, you have to move the AI's brain. That's the models themselves, and just as important, all the intricate pipelines that create and retrain them. And this brings us to a really critical, kind of tricky concept: framework dependencies. See, you can't just move a model file like it's a Word document. An AI model is deeply, deeply tied to the exact software it was built with, the specific version of PyTorch or TensorFlow or CUDA. A tiny little version mismatch can cause the whole thing to fail, or even worse, it could produce results that are just subtly wrong. So what does this mean in practice? It means you're doing a ton of refactoring. You're rewriting code, say to move from AWS SageMaker over to Google's Vertex AI. You're updating all your scripts for new storage systems. And here's the kicker. You have to set up a parallel environment just to rerun the entire training pipeline, just to prove that the model still works correctly on the new system. And this is exactly why that validation step is so non-negotiable. As the report warns us, the very same code can spit out different results just because the new cloud provider uses a slightly different GPU or a different network setup. You have to test, you have to validate, and you have to tune everything all over again. Okay, this brings us to what is probably the most critical, high-stakes moment of the whole project: migrating the live service that's making real-time predictions for your users. This is where any mistake has an immediate and very visible impact. You absolutely do not just flip a switch overnight. The only safe way to do this is a gradual migration. You might start by shifting just 10% of your user traffic over, and you monitor everything like a hawk. Then you slowly ramp it up over several weeks, catching any little issues before they can blow up and impact everyone. Only after weeks of stable performance do you finally make that full cutover.
And at this stage, the most important question you can ask your team is this: what is our plan to go back? If something goes horribly wrong at 2 a.m. on a Saturday, is there a big red button you can press to instantly route all traffic back to the old, stable system? If you don't have a tested rollback plan, you are not ready. Period.
And finally, we've reached what so many teams think is the finish line, but really, it's just the final mile. The work is not done after the technical switch. The operational transition is this huge and honestly often underestimated phase of the project. Now this slide, this is a real eye-opener. It reveals one of the most surprising truths about AI migration. When you actually look at where the effort goes, the operational side, the people, the processes, the documentation, is often the single biggest part of the project. This breakdown shows it taking up 40% of the work. That's more than moving the data and refactoring the models combined.
And this phase includes basically everything but the code. We're talking about rebuilding all your monitoring dashboards, updating your cost management tools, reconfiguring all your security policies, and this is a big one, retraining your entire team on the new platform. You have to rewrite every procedure, every runbook, every piece of documentation. So if there's one key thing to take away from all this, it's that thinking of an AI migration as a simple lift and shift is basically a recipe for disaster. It is a strategic operation that involves every single part of your organization, especially your people. And that really leaves us with one final thought. The teams that succeed at this, they plan for the human and the process changes just as rigorously as they plan for moving the code and the data. So as you start to plan your next big move, ask yourself, are you budgeting for that massive operational transition, or are you only focused on the technical part? Because honestly, that could be the difference between success and failure.